Dear friends, Namaste. Here is Raghav from Khajuraho. I'm very happy to see all of you who is following this series of inspirational stories. Now today with this story, I am going to share a conversation in between a monk and a king. Sometimes our identity, our bodily introduction becomes much higher than our unconscious identity. How a monk or a regular practitioner of spirituality going to resolve the question of a king that he was carrying from last 20 years. We all are having such kind of several curiosities in our brain. With this story I am going to share with you, your many questions will be clarified about God. Is there something, any inherent power in this universe that is existing like God, or God is just our human brain creation? If you have this question also in your brain, then this story will give you an insight. I hope you will enjoy this story. Then I meet with you after the story. Namaste. Let's enjoy the story, then come back. A monk had traveled all over the world and returned to India. He was a guest in a small state. The king of the princely state went and told the monk, "Swami, I have been asking a question continuously for 20 years. I have not yet received an accurate answer to my question. Will you answer me?" The monk said, "I will give you the answer. Today you will not return from my place without an answer. Ask." The king said, "I want to meet God. Please do not try to convince me about God, because I want to meet Him directly." The monk said, "Do you want to meet God now or after a while?" The king said, "Excuse me, maybe you don't understand. I am talking about the real God. Do you not understand that I am talking about a man named God? Take my point seriously." The monk said, "Your Excellency, I am saying the same thing to introduce you to the real God. I do the work of introducing people to God around the clock. You have to meet God now, or you can stay a while. Please give me a direct answer. When you are eager to meet God for 20 years, then it is appropriate that you meet today." The king was a little surprised to hear the monk. Yet the king dared. He said, "Okay, I want to meet now." The monk said with a smile, "Please write your name and address on this small paper so that I can convey to God who you are, so that He can know who wants to meet Him." The king wrote on a paper his name, his palace, his introduction, his titles, and gave that to the monk. After taking the paper from the king, the monk said that, "Sir, all these things I find false and untrue, which you wrote on paper. The monk said and continued, "Friend, if your name is changed, will you change? Will your consciousness, your power, your personality will be different?" The king said, "No. Why would I change with the change of name? Name is name and I am me." So the monk said, "One thing has been decided, that the name is not your introduction, because you do not change by changing it. Today you are the king, but if you become a beggar of the village tomorrow, will you change?" The king said, "No, the kingdom will go away. I will be a beggar, but why will I change? I am who I am. Whatever I am as a king, I will be the same as a beggar. There will be no house, no estate, no wealth, but me. I will be what I am." So the monk said, "Again, the other thing has been decided, that the estate is not your introduction, because even if the estate is lost, your palace is lost, you do not change." Now the monk asked, "What is your age?" He said, 40 years on." The monk said, "So after 50 years, will you be another? Were you other when you were 20 or children?" The king said, "No. Age changes, body changes, but me, I am the same. I will remain the same what I was in my childhood. What was inside me is still there today and will be there as long as there is a body." The monk said, "Then age is not your introduction. Body is also not your introduction. Who are you then? Write it down exactly, which I can send to God. Otherwise, I will also be a liar in front of God with you. Because the introduction you gave me, none of this introduction is yours." The king got confused and said, "This has become a very difficult thing, because I don't even know him. I do not know who I am. I only know this till now, which I introduced myself by writing to you." The monk said, "It will be difficult for me, because whom I cannot even introduce, I cannot even tell. Who wants to meet? What would God say? He who does not know himself, how he will know and understand God? So go first, find who you are. And I tell you that the day you know who you are, that day you will not come to find God, because in knowing oneself, it is also known who is divine." Namaste. Welcome back after the story. Now can you find how the monk reflected the energy of a king in himself? This is the same with all of us, we all carry somewhere the ego of our external identity. This external identity is not our real identity, but we still carry it. I say always that we need both when we are living in the life. We need our ego to perform our karma and to experience the celebration of the material wisdom. But at the same time, we do not need to forget our eternal happiness and eternal reality, the truth that is ultimate. Our real identity as a self-soul is the truth that will be experienced. We can never explain that, but we can experience that during certain kinds of deep meditation practices. The Vedanta philosophy, the Vedanta darshan, that's why got the high popularity and is in the top of the entire philosophical scriptures, where we get connected with that real truth that is never changed. I hope you will continue with this series of the inspirational stories. I need to say thanks to my friend Marlene, who is helping me to correct my English pronunciation and the story titles and the story scripts. I need to say thanks to the Christiane Shivani for the German translation. I am wondering if someone can translate me in Italian and Mexican, I will be very happy. I need 4 translations as well: Italian, Mexican or Spanish, Portuguese and the French. If someone interested to do the translation of these courses or the series, I will be really very happy. I need such translators on volunteer base, because the goal of this series is to raise the fund for the ongoing Bharat Bhavan project. In the next slide, you will come to know about what is Bharat Bhavan project and how we are leading for it. I need to say thanks Martina Wunderer from the Vamos Yoga, who inspired me to start this series, to begin this series. By that I can introduce all of you about it. I need to also say thanks to Gina Ludwig and her mother Ursula Ludwig for her constant support and presence with her organization lifeintention.de, and also thanks to my brother Dr. Jan Swart and Shailesh Vaidya for their contributions. Namaste and enjoy the series of the stories. We'll see you on 26th of Feb with the next story, and on the last Sunday of the month I will come back live with live satsanga with all of you. Namaste.
Dear friends, all the efforts of mine is dedicated for the organization Sri Yoga and Health Organization. Whatever contribution I will collect from all of your heartily donation will go to support this project of organization Bharat Bhavan, a residential education and healthcare project which is dedicated for the multi-dimensional development of rural and tribal children. Those are not able to receive proper education, care and guidelines for their own life due to variable causes and circumstances. The goal of project is construction and development of residential complexes including dormitories separate for boys and girls with personal study chambers, library, playground and proper kitchen to provide or cook for them required nutrient diet. taking care of the overall health of children, mental, physical, emotional, and constantly working towards a bright future with assessing children's interest and talent in a harmonious environment. You can support us in 3 ways. The one, you can make any voluntary grant for the construction of the building and complexes, any amount. You can also become our regular member of organization. You can also sponsor the beneficiary children until the beginning of their professional lives. Dear friends, we are waiting the 3 sponsors immediately for these 3 kids. They are waiting and eager to be part of our organization and Bharat Bhavan project. They want to be with the other 3 kids. Those are already in our organization: Surendra, Haricharan and Jashoda. He is Mahesh. She is Nandini. And the last one is Rekha. The Rekha is little grown up, but she left her education due to improper facilities and lack of money and support. You may find the link for the support mentioned in description of this video. Namaste.